Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth episode of BTS reality show. I am your host, Jermaine OG, and we're back. I'm happy to be here. Every time I come on this couch, I'm excited. And today I have amazing guests. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shewa and Hermes.
Hi guys, hello
How are you guys
everybody.
Did they see the intro?
It's plenty.
Mind you, you guys, these two people are late. What will be that penalty? Shewa.
Mm,
Shewa.
mm.
Your recording time was 4 o'clock.
Oh my god.
Shewa came here to 7.
You guys, it's not my fault. It's like, when you're a diva, you have to take time and dress up, scrub your body. Like, it's not my fault, my darling.
I know.
And let me be very honest, Lagos traffic as well.
But thank you for being here. What about you, Hermes? What's your excuse?
I wasn't exactly late. We were waiting for yeah. It
Just 10 minutes,
shower.
you guys.
Yeah,
Just 10 minutes.
shower.
It was shower. And she already told you why that was, so it's not.
She's going to take all the blame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm so happy to have you guys here. Both of you are the people's people. I know you guys personally. I've known you guys before both of you became famous. We go way back, and it's so lovely to have you guys here. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? How do you feel?
I am.
I'm very happy to be here. Jermaine has been my guy for a very, since Magodo days.
no boss
For a very
fight.
long time. So, yeah.
Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the topic for today is rich and pretty privileged. Rich and pretty privileged. What do you guys think about that? Let's even start with, your story. Let people know you guys. I feel like a lot of people watching, some of them are new to us. I say myself in general as well, sorry. So yeah, talk to us. What's your background like?
Mine's pretty straightforward. Hood boy, got the opportunity to learn how to do contemporary dance. Started to travel. Needed a bigger platform. Applied for Big Brother. Got in. Did as much as I did in there, and then came out into fame, and I'm working with it. That's basically my story.
Now, like Hermes, what kind of story is that?
I don't summarize them. I don't put on.
I get it. But what about your let's say your personal background? How many?
It's a lot.
That's why
I'm not trying to go into the details.
Try to go. Like, we want to feel you. So I mean, what are we
okay,
here
so-
for?
Yeah, we want to know.
So I grew up in around Bagada, basically. So I went from staying somewhere, or we went from staying somewhere. My dad, mom, my dad raised us, 4 kids. It was basically from uncompleted buildings to going to the streets, staying in his bus, one blue bus he used to run commercial buses. That's Downfall, basically Downfall in Lagos, yeah, and stuff. To meeting a contemporary dance artist here in Nigeria, interning for a year, learning how to dance for 1 year, and then started traveling the 3rd year, and that was it.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I do. 3, 2 elder brothers and a sister.
You're the youngest?
Yes, I am.
That's why you're sports like this.
I'm not
Abi.
sports at all, though. I'm just stubborn. I'm not sports at all.
Yeah.
I'm just. I would say I'm very stubborn towards like what I want. I've had to fight a lot of people to
Be where you are
yes,
today.
but I mean, it's definitely what it's taken. So it's what it is.
What about you, Shewa? Tell us about you, princess.
Okay, so my name is Adesewa Irina Adebumi Adeshino. I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
I recently just finished from university. I studied financial accounting. Um, I have 2 businesses. I have Biwa Home and Biwa Beauty. I took a break from business, focus on school, and now I'm going back to business and then trying to build my way in the financial world. But at the same time, I have a social media presence. I love fashion. I love dressing up. I love makeup. I love looking pretty.
You are
And-
pretty.
Very.
Thank you.
Very.
Thank you. And I just love just being myself because I believe that is the key to anything, just being yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how is your family background like?
Okay, so I actually grew up in a very loving family of 5. I'm the first of my mom, and my family is amazing. My dad, my mom, and I have 4 brothers. I'm the only girl.
Yeah. How's that like growing up without a sister?
I have like a half sister,
Okay.
but she was like across the country. So growing up with four brothers was made me like a tomboyish.
Do you think you're a tomboy?
I was actually. I used to be a tomboy. It's just now that I just started
You used to
being.
be really
That's-
tough.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Before I used to sag. I used to be like a boy, and I was very troublesome. I was getting into trouble. Like I was just a very playful person.
You don't think that was natural?
No, I think it's because I was always around boys, and I would always like. Even till now, I think like a man. I mean, now I'm in my feminine side. Oh, please, like I think it was like.
Sure, well, you're so funny.
Like now I'm in my feminine side. I'm dying in my feminine energy. But
Yeah.
before I used to be, because I have four brothers, so like we always
Ah.
play, run around. Like I had cousins.
Mhm.
So when I started really hanging out with my cousins, I started leaning towards my like feminine energy. But for the longest time, I was a serious tomboy. My mom used to get very worried about
Did
me.
that help you in any way? Do you think that's like helped you to be where you are today?
Okay, so now I think the fact that I grew up mostly around boys has helped me like emotional regulation
Mm.
and also made
Emotional regulation, growing around boys, emotional regulation, how?
okay, so it's helped me like
How?
learn to be, to be like when I say emotional regulation, I mean it's helped me like control it. Like because my brothers like sometimes they do things and then I'm not saying that women are more emotional, don't get it twisted.
No, me, I'm saying exactly that. That's what I'm saying. You're saying the exact opposite. I like to believe that women are actually more emotional.
Me, I don't talk about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not doing the comparison.
what
I don't
exactly-
want to get into that. But exactly, that's why.
But what I'm saying is that growing up with my brothers has helped me regulate my emotions. It's helped me like take life not that serious. That's the perfect they're very carefree. Like my brother can lose his toy today and so he's smiling. But I know that my female friends, like if our Barbie doll breaks, it's it's like so my brothers are always happy. Like I always like any small thing. You beat them, like you punish them and 5 minutes they're smiling.
I'll go find
So
you
they've
some
helped me
stuff.
like not take life serious. So yeah.
So you
that's
see
what I
that
want.
everything, so you're basically just saying that everything happens for a reason in life.
Yes,
for our
everything
better
happens for a
men.
reason. Yes.
People need to understand that when you find yourself in any situation in life, you just need to understand that it's all part of like the process, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes. My brothers really helped me like grow like.
And I see you
build
have
myself.
a lovely relationship with your family.
Yes,
So
I
lovely.
love my mom. I love my dad. I love my
Speaking
siblings.
of moms, I thought I was a mama's boy till I met Hermes.
Honestly, like mothers are like everything. Like it's so beautiful.
Till I met Hermes, though.
It is.
Honestly, like
they really are. So my story is oh God, there's a lot. Like I said, that's why I didn't want to go into it. So my mom, people actually think that my mom actually took very good care of me, and that's why I'm trying to reciprocate this love. It's not the case. That's my mom. I've always wanted her around. She was never around. So that I need, and besides,
I
you
love
can't
that
trade,
for
you
you.
can't trade your mom. You can't have
Timing.
it's just exactly. And when she needed me, I was there, and I still needed her. Like nothing had changed.
And let me add to what you just said. So basically, like what you're saying now is that, like, to add what you just said. Sorry, I left for boarding school in Canada when I was 16.
Mm.
So for about 6 years, I was absent from my mom's birthdays. I missed
Wow.
everything. I missed like fundamental parts of like my parents, like aging.
I think I can agree with that because I was
Honestly,
in
like,
boarding
I
school too,
was
so I was missing
away.
everything.
Me, I was
I didn't
all
do
the
that
way in
boarding school
Canada.
thing.
I was away. Even if I'll come
I
back
did
for like
it.
in December or like
Yeah,
for summer,
come
it
on.
was just not like it.
Sure, now you're telling me this thing. I'm having like nostalgic, like, will I say nostalgic
Like
trauma?
it was not like it. Like even if because you're not there. Like I
Yeah.
missed the nitty gritty, the fundamental moments. So
Yeah.
now that I'm done with university and I'm about to face like the real adult, because I'm only 22,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I just said, you know what? I want to make up for those lost times
Oh, that's such a sweet thing.
because it's a very wonderful thing. Like you should never ever like miss out on fundamental parts of your siblings. Even my brothers, they all grew up, and I'm like, wait, when did you get this tall? So trust me, being away for so long is, I don't know. Like I'm very thankful for the opportunity to study abroad, but like the odds are still there.
The odds are still there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but at least now you guys know your guests. I was about to introduce them. It's good they've done it themselves. So yeah, let's get into the show, shall we?
Yes, we
Yeah, let's get
can.
All right. So the topic for today is pretty and rich privilege, or you can say rich and pretty privilege. As the name connotes, rich privilege, pretty privilege. They are both privileged because of their rich and because of their pretty. So now we're here to discuss if that's actually a thing. And if we have had to experience that, so for Hermes, I would say, with what you have told us now, with your background, coming out of Big Brother, do you think you've experienced rich privilege?
I wouldn't say I can relate to what that might mean. To be
No,
honest.
they would literally say once you come out of Big Brother, you guys are literally, made.
Let me just first debunk that one.
Ah!
Lies. Jesus
Really?
Christ.
Really?
So I personally came out to 0 naira in my account. Like, this is not anywhere else. So you're getting an exclusive.
How?
I came out to 0. I actually had some money put away, but the person I give just spend the entire thing. But that's cool because actually I worked now. I'm good right now. But when I came out, there was no money. There was no apartment to move into. I'm talking about like not having enough money to actually enter cab from one studio to the next.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Wait, but I don't get, like, didn't your fans like
Obviously, they start to come through, but he's telling you the reality of
like
it.
the reality
So
of
it's
it.
not that,
Because
it's not that
the reality of it is-
glamorous.
it's-
So you guys, the reality of it between me and you is, they will say when you go to Big Brother, it gives you a status. It gives you elevation. It makes you
Yes.
something.
It
So
gives- and-
you will say status comes with money now.
Yes,
So
exactly.
the
So
feeling
that's
is
the assumption that comes with
the
going to
assumption.
Big Brother.
So that's what he's trying to debunk.
You really believe that once you go
Come
there,
out,
you come out, you're gonna
everything
get,
has happened.
like there's certain
You're
things that
flying
probably
on.
can't exactly say, but even the tax and stuff and the money that you win from all those kind of things doesn't come at you immediately. Like some of them would take some
Time.
So did you
a
have
lot of
like a
time.
mental breakdown? Like, were you okay?
For
or-
me.
Was it
for me,
overwhelming?
for
Was
it
me, right,
overwhelming?
for me, right? Overwhelming would be like when I had to like sleep and wake up on the street and still go to school the next day.
Hmm.
So you see how you said that things that you experience are just like preparation for like life as you move on. For me, I've seen worse in my own experience. Like I've had to come out from worse. So it wasn't exactly like the worst thing that's happened to me. I've been there before. So it's like, and now
Not that deep.
I had more than I even had.
You have more
to work with.
opportunities
Yes,
now.
Exactly. The only
yes.
reason why I went into Big Brother was because I'd already been working.
Yeah,
My
you're
work
on
is in
video.
Europe.
Yeah, you're on
My
music
work
videos.
is in Europe. My
I
work
think
is
you
in
were
the
on
UK.
that Davido.
Yeah, Davido. I've done
Focalistic.
Bonner
Yeah.
video before Big Brother, but I didn't have a platform
That showed them.
So the
showed me
show
as a
gave you the
brand.
platform, but it didn't
Yeah.
necessarily give you money like right away.
No.
Looking at this here, all of them won't go Big
Even
Brother.
right now, I wouldn't say that the show has given me money. It's given me exactly what I needed even
To
before I
make
went
the money.
To make the money. So right now, it's just the work that I'm doing to show brands that I
Yeah.
can represent you this and I can do this and do that, provide this service, and that's all it gives, to be honest. So if I'm saying anything here, I'm saying if you go there, get plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to come back to rich privilege. So let's now go to pretty privilege. I think let me now define pretty privilege. Pretty privilege simply means because of your pretty, you have advantages in life. You have, more perks than every other person. You're treated better. You have, they will even say for cases, like for example now, because you're so pretty, you're likely to not get a charge if you're like put in court. You probably not get a charge or get less sentence because
I
you're
don't know
pretty.
about that one.
They said
I don't know about that
when
one.
I was doing my research
Because-
today, they said something about a person quoting it. I don't remember. I think that's where I'm wrong for not bringing the person's name that said that. But they say it's a thing that if pretty privilege is that deep that you might actually get in trouble, and because you're that privileged, you're that pretty,
yeah, you
the
don't-
privilege of being so pretty, they won't believe
That
such a
you
person
could
can do
do-
such a thing. So to give you a less charge. So see where it
yes,
comes. See where the privilege comes. Don't think God for the person is just.
I have an
The
example.
prettiness will make the belief that this person is harmless.
I have an example of what you just said.
And it's pretty,
And it's right. You're very
but whereas
right.
the person is say what?
A very devilish,
Is such an evil person.
No, I actually have a recent. No,
So,
I have a
oh my
this
recent.
God,
topic
I wanna
has
hear
to be
it.
discussed.
I have a
I
recent
wanna
one
hear
of
it.
this one that he just said.
So that's why we're bringing it to you.
I mean, it's not in the
What's your
court.
definition of pretty privilege? Oh, go on.
Okay, so before I define what he just said, correct. Recently, let me word this thing in a way that nobody will get it to Higiaga. But recently, somebody that looks like this whole pretty privilege thing. Obviously, I'm beautiful. The other person too is beautiful, but she's let's say
More obvious.
no, she's white. She's like a mixed
Very
race.
obvious.
So on the radar of pretty, everybody's beautiful. But that particular person is like their race. That mixed.
There's a race.
There's a race privilege.
Okay, so you know what? Let's not even talk about what this pretty privilege is in the context of it all.
Mhm.
Remember that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
And then beauty is defined
Mhm.
by
By the
what?
beholder.
Society or
Yes.
by the area you're in or
Yes.
by the culture you're in. So I
Yes.
agree with you, darling.
Yeah, so she's
So she was
mixed.
that pretty.
Then she was literally causing like a serious ruckus between lots of people. But because of how she looks, the other people around were just finding her to believe that she was the actual villain. But the other person, the darker lady, who happens to be my friend, they were believing she's the good person that hasn't done anything wrong. It took us to bring our receipts to show and say that
this girl is not as she
girl
seems.
This
though.
one way they look
is a
like-
very wicked, bad person. And even after we proved that this person is a bad person, they still extended grace. So it meant I was like, girl, if she
Yeah,
was a dark-skinned lady, you was
that's
not
definitely-
gonna extend any
No
grace.
grace. Yeah.
So yes, you're right.
I think it's exactly what you just said.
That's
like,
what he just said.
yeah,
I thought
here-
about it.
You guys,
Yeah.
I did my research. I don't come here to
You really
play.
did.
That's-
I went to read about
you see-
it. Like,
you see this thing you
what's really
said?
going on in
It's
this
the
country?
reason why I went and got an accent.
Yeah.
That's I saw it.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you witness something happen right in front of you and you're like, wait, I was just saying the same thing. How come this guy just came? He just put
And he
one,
just puts
He got it.
and now everybody's listening.
Yeah.
Why
all of a
not say the same
sudden.
thing? Why does
Yeah.
it feel more now? Because there's an accent to the way that this.
Honestly
person has said it.
speaking,
I'm like,
Jermaine
okay,
and
wait for me.
Hermes.
I'm coming.
Jermaine and Hermes, let me just tell you guys one thing. This life that we live today, if you really, really want to make it and you want to make it big, girl, boy, you gotta look good. Honest, like, I'm sorry.
Facts.
You gotta look good.
Facts.
As in, you don't have to go and body modify. You don't have to do anything, but you have to put in effort.
You have to
and look good and smell good
Look
and
smell
speak good. Because if you don't, nothing for you.
Nothing.
It's just the
Nothing.
truth.
And if it was easy to do any of these things, right? Everyone would do
Honestly.
it.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yes.
would look good. Everyone would.
And it's
would-
so unfortunate
it's-
because me personally, like, I just feel like the kind of person that I am, I don't care about looks. Like, I'm trying to hire recently. I swear to God Almighty, I've been trying to hire recently, and I was doing an interview because I was trying to hire like staff for my businesses and all. And then one lady came in and she was like, "Oh, that I tried to dress like you today because I know that maybe if I look," and I was like, "I don't understand.
I'm trying to get a job.
Like,
done
you wouldn't
in-
get a job. You don't have to impress me." She's like, "Oh, this dress you have, I saw it on you, so I made it." She came in like in a Vicky James replica of what I had worn before. Like I swear to God Almighty, I was like, wow. I was like, that's actually to show you
That's
like
red
how.
flag.
Mind you,
And it's
okay,
not her
sorry to
fault.
cut you short, too.
No,
Sorry to
no,
cut you
no,
short,
no.
too. I
No,
just
no.
saw on the blogs one day what I ordered versus what I got. It was Shewa.
I swear, it's always me.
Shewa's clothes. too. Shewa is always
There was
here
one pink- there was
inspiring
one-
the girls.
there was one
And they'll
pink-
go and make fake of her clothes.
No, stop it.
Shewa's
Stop.
body.
Stop
Shewa, do you want to
it.
stand up and show them how you actually look?
Okay.
Hey!
Okay.
Let them
Okay.
see what. So my point is, the girls, instead of them to go and ask Shewa, who made your outfit?
No.
They'll go and read.
Jermaine, I'm with the girls. Let me tell you.
you know
Number
easy.
one, Vicky James is quite expensive. And it's not everybody that has the to drop like
you just-
like if I
you
can
just-
drop it, it's not everyone that can drop it because we're not the same. Does not mean I'm better than them or anything, but people have
Rich
different.
privilege.
Stop it,
Rich
Jaw.
privilege.
We are coming. You see this
Yeah.
topic?
So,
and
We'll dig in.
also, I genuinely actually like it when people do these things, and I feel like
Did I send it to you?
you always.
I think I did.
Jermaine
I
is
saw it. I
always
was like,
trolling.
You are petty.
I was like, this
Jermaine
video is so
petty.
funny.
Okay, so basically, like as I was saying, let us deviate. The lady came in and she was like, "Oh, this is the one, it was like a simple pink satin dress that Vicky had made for me." I was wondering why if a future staff of Bewa Beauty was wearing a long gown. I did not understand. I was like, and she was like, "Madam, it's not my fault. I have to dress Kiriko." And I was like, "This is the standard now. I understand that in this life that we live in, if you don't dress the way they want to address you, and Hermes has actually created like a subgroup where this is now accepted.
Mhm.
Like
Did
I'll
I
tell people
create
like
that?
you guys, not
Yeah,
you,
it's
but
like
like
an-
you,
so I would say-
all of you.
Okay, so I'll just say Hermes
Like-
has created an identity that works
Identity
for
that
him.
now works
And
for
now
him.
to work for other
And now
people.
it's working.
Oh, yeah.
So like to me,
Yeah.
I feel you as a
Yes, because
influencer.
before, people will say, "Is this accepted?"
Exactly.
Like, people coming on this kind of show now,
Exactly.
you'll be thinking, "Oh, do you want to show that look?" But you've made it look normal.
You've made it look
You've defined
normal.
your
That's
normal.
defined
what
the
happened.
norm.
That's what happened in Big Brother. Yes, somewhere.
So don't ever think like you haven't done anything because you've actually done plenty of things.
So that was very intentional. That's why it doesn't, because I wanted, like I said, I was traveling before Big Brother, right? And
Mhm.
people had already told me like, I've got this potential. The only reason why I'm still like where I'm at is because of how I look.
It's
right?
so
They-
crazy
they
how
told me
looks
that.
like.
I agreed.
looks
I
are
agreed because,
everything.
I mean, like you said, society plays a role, culture, and how people
Yeah.
perceived and all of that. I agree. I actually agree. Like looking at me, it's easy to profile me. Now, I went to the show. The first day, second day, I got a bit of feedback on how people received me entering the show. Like, who is this one? Who's Portable's brother? And the rest of them.
You say Portable's brother.
Bruh, it was a, there
No,
was
You
a
say
whole
that?
bunch of. There was a,
Portable is my guy.
That's
I
my
love
guy.
his
Like,
I would love to have him on this
I love
podcast.
Portable dead.
I
Like, nothing
swear.
He's so
changed
real.
that.
He's so real.
Exactly.
He's too
exactly.
funny.
Team Portable say I. Aye.
Right here. I. So the reason why I didn't even change anything was because as much as you saw potential, this is the person that the potential is coming out from.
Yes.
You have to
Right?
accept.
So I no, they don't have to. If they needed more reason why they would accept. And people are so hypocritical here, and I'll say that
People are
quite
very, very
blank,
hypocritical
like,
in Nigeria.
until the same song where you go sing for Nigeria. Until one or you will say, wow, this song is really good.
That's why they were
That
endorsed it.
feedback will now bounce back to I'll be like, oh, I think they're already liking this person outside. Oh,
They
now we
start
can
to
accept
like
this
him.
person at home. So it's a whole lot of that. What Big Brother did was show that, okay, even though I look like this, people were able to see me on a day-to-day. I wasn't exactly.
There's some
all
characters
of
that I'm
this.
very
And that was
happy
it.
they went on that show
That
because
was
they
it.
just showed like that different types of people exist. That's the reason why.
With different templates.
Exactly.
With different templates. Someone can
Period.
look like this and be very serious and able to actually comprehend serious conversations.
Yeah.
But how was your
And whatever
stay
it
in the
is.
house though? How was it like going in?
Everything. So everything was experienced singly. You see the audition process, God, that is one thing. That alone is a lot to deal with. There's a lockdown, a 1 week process where they have to see if you can actually stay in the space alone and all of that. Check who's going to make it into the house. Because some people have not done that before and they can't exactly do it. So there's a test, whatever. I don't know why they did do that. Getting into the house. Now, the same person that auditioned is the same person that goes into lockdown, goes into the house, experiences the entire house. The only time that you get to change or even admit or even observe any kind of change is when you go out. So now I'm talking about all the rush of now everything that happened in there, you experienced and did it as the person that went in. While you were in there, everything that builds narratives, fans, and you have no connection, no clue, none. So it's just an imagination of people that have gone there before and what you feel like they've experienced coming out now. You've experienced life as just that same person, and now you come out to all of this and you have to adapt to it. That's with all the narrative, all the goes, the fans, the haters, the cross fans, the fans of one other person that you fought with in the house, this deal coming at you, some money coming at you. You know, it's everything. The love, the hate, everything all at once
And
at
girl, the fans are
magnitude. At such magnitude, and you have to deal with it. So you've never had, even if it's just the fans, you never had to be accountable to that many people. And now you feel like you have to be accountable to all of these people who never had a say in your life. And
before.
you see, it's that adjustment that gets people actually like to
Yeah,
just
they're
go
so not
into a
used to
space.
that.
Yeah, like I've been
Having a fan name. Some of them will have
Even
a
Nigeria
logo.
fans are
They will have
an
design.
entity.
Knife.
the stand culture for BB Ninja.
Oof.
God,
Yeah,
I
where did
love
that
it.
come from though?
I don't know.
It started from.
Where did that
It
get
started
built
from Thatcher.
Yeah, I think it was
The
Thatcher
lockdown
and
God,
Mercy.
I won't lie. I was a stand for Thatcher.
Yeah,
That's
That's the
my girl.
point.
you want to say why?
'Cause-
I mean, I love.
No,
Tasha.
basically,
She's-
just
she's
because
a-
the reason why I just really loved her was just because of the fact that she just came to change the narrative. Period.
Which is
People already saw her somehow. They just thought she could not like
Be anything in this life.
in this life.
yeah.
And she came and
When that
said,
time I shot that
"I
Davido
will
tattoo,
get there."
I think that was what
Honestly,
made everybody say this
I will
one.
get there and I will surpass what you guys think. Like, I love daredevils. I love people that those
that
are
go
my
change their narrative.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if I'm there, some people. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so back to you, Shewa.
Mm-hmm.
Being a pretty girl, right?
Oh, I'm
Do you
flattered.
think you have experienced pretty privilege? So start with like letting us know what you think about the whole topic.
Okay, so I'll be very, very honest. Your first question, yes. In fact, I'm not even going to lie. Yes, I have actually. There's been cases when I know that this thing is because of the way I look.
Give us instances.
Does not mean, okay, an example was, and I'm not trying to say this to sound in a very bad way, but yeah. There was one time when I went to Black Belt to get food, and then, there was a guy beside me. Then there was a guy serving.
Yeah.
There was just one turkey left Frankly speaking,
Oh my god.
Oh
the
my
guy
God.
behind me deserved like because he was because his order was or like he already mentioned said, "Oh God, I want one turkey." But because me, I came that day, I had like a bodycon dress. Girl, I was looking so good. I just coming from his shoots. Madam, what do you want? Can I have the turkey? Okay, madam. Oh God, turkey has finished.
Wow. Oh my god.
When I am very pretty, oh. If you find girl, and when I'm like, the guy was like, but I got here. Now that day I had my security and my Java with me, so he wanted to fight him, but when he saw
Really?
like
You really
all-
wanted to
Oh,
fight
wow.
him?
not like he wanted to fight
No,
me,
no,
but he
just
wanted
like
to
show himself, but
I
it
got
was
here
my
before
rights.
you. What kind of rubbish is my rights?
Yeah.
But when he saw my security, he was like, no worry. He was like,
anti-TikTok.
I swear, I took turkey and I left.
So now
But let me be honest, I felt bad. No, frankly speaking, I felt bad. So I just told my driver to go and give it to him.
you're joking.
I swear. Because I knew that I did not deserve it.
So now that brings us to rich privilege too. You have rich privilege.
I have this. I'm not going to lie. I have both of these things. I don't like to talk about it.
You have to.
Wait, let me
You're
tell
the
you.
right
I
guest for
don't
the
like
show.
to talk about it because, frankly speaking, for 2 years I was trolled on Twitter because of my family.
What do you mean? What do you mean by who's your family?
I was trolled back to back on Twitter. Look, people don't like rich kids. They don't like. Let's be honest. Look,
Is your dad in politics?
I don't want to talk about my family, but you know who my dad is. But let's talk about my family. Let's not talk about like whatever my parents do. But
Why were you trolled?
okay, so I was always okay. So basically, I think I looked for trouble too. Let me be honest. There was one native land that I went for, and I had on like these Gucci shoes I just bought, and then because I was a hot mess, and then my shoes got destroyed. And then someone that had like a one like what do they call those prosthetic legs? Is that the right English? Her like people stomped on her and it fell off. It was a very dirty experience. So I was only 18. I was a child. I just go on my phone. What did I even say that day? I was like, can you imagine this stupid concert? They stained my $2,000 shoes.
And they're
social
gonna be
media.
like, Kim,
my
people are
darling,
dying.
how did you know that was the moment? See, let me tell you something. Social media is a clash of different social classes. We have the extremely rich and powerful. You have the bourgeoisies, I mean, you have to pronounce it. You have the proletariats. You have middle class. You have semi-done class. Like you have everybody.
Such a classist
no, let me even
society.
explain.
Very classist. Yeah.
And that time,
I
frankly
agree.
speaking, you know what? I
I
actually like
agree.
for that. I like the fact that I'm talking about it. Let me
No, you have to talk about
it.
Holy Spirit
I
led
beg,
me.
no,
I'm happy.
Holy
That's what I'm
Spirit
saying.
led me
Now
to make sure you're on this
let's
show.
dive it in. So that at that period, I was only 18 years old. I was like a little child. Actually, I think I was 17. So like to me, I got 2K shoes. Like I'm happy, but I didn't know that Twitter is a place where some people have not even. My daddy told me that you're going to go and write your wearing $1,000 shoes. Somebody has not even had breakfast today.
Bro.
How would they feel? So that day,
last one.
And
Jermaine,
Twitter is so
they
toxic.
dragged
Yeah.
me for 20 days and 20 nights.
You're lying.
Oh my God.
Girl, there's nothing they didn't say to me that year. You are wearing $700 shoes. Someone that's not paying school fees. Is it only you, stupid girl? You are going to security court. They bullied me. She's so ugly. She's this, she's that. In my mind, frankly speaking, now let's go back to my brothers and emotional regulation.
Yeah.
Seeing my brothers being so carefree, I'm a very carefree person. When I was coming yesterday, somebody was asking, I beg go and sit down. Me, I don't care. So I was like, when people are done, you finish. But the thing was like getting so big. I was in all the blogs like at just 17 years old. And that was actually my rise to fame. Low-key. It was,
Low-key.
I swear. So, I got like a message like, well, I was going to talk about it, but I was like, you know what? I don't even leave Nigeria. I had a flight like how many days after that days? I was like, I beg, I'm leaving. But to me, now I know that you shouldn't have said the price of the shoes. Like, girl, nobody cares about your damn dirty ass shoes. Like, girl, whatever. And
Happy
like
million.
honestly, but I was just so mad. And frankly speaking,
And you were just so privileged then.
girl, go on. You are very shady. You're a very shady bitch. You're very shady.
How?
I was just so mad. I
need
was
to say
so
something
mad
about
at
that.
how chaotic. Do you remember Native Land? Native
Yeah,
Land
I
was like it
remember.
was so
Yeah,
chaotic.
yeah.
I think that's the last concert they've done in Lagos. So like, thinking about it now, like if I could go back in time, I would have just fought Native Land for the rubbish
Yeah,
concert they did. Not like I would have. Obviously now they've improved. They've worked on. They're a much better company now. They think they even have like a magazine now. They're doing very well. But like my shoes, oh my God,
It
girl.
hurts you.
It hurt me, but honestly, like thinking about it now, I think I should have actually like fought for the people that were really, really injured, or
Not
than
your
focusing.
shoes.
Because in fact, that's what I did. I even helped people that did. Me and Hamza. Shout out to Hamza, by the way. Hamza Elegushi and our officers actually help people. Like
Our officers.
go and sit down. Like we actually help people. But like it didn't make it to the news because it made me look as if I'm a
You see-
very
you see-
materialistic
you see-
person.
Yes.
that
Now
doesn't
you're actually
care.
such a sweet person. You guys, let me just tell you
Honestly.
something
is
now.
what I wanted to
Honestly.
address.
Shewa
This exactly
is
what I
so
wanted to address.
beautiful. Her
Honestly.
heart, her soul.
So like, at first I was like, my friends were like, they're all haters. But you know, when people are dragging you, sometimes just sit down. Me, think about it. Like, okay, what am I actually? And I said, okay, you know what? If I had publicized me like helping people to the hospital, helping thank you. If I had done that, the narrative wouldn't have been, that girl about the
About
shoes.
her.
But then I gave myself grace. Darling, I was only 17, I'd be 18 years old.
Yeah.
I beg, forgive
I
me,
was a
yourself,
child.
beg.
I beg.
So yeah, do I have these privileges? Yes, I do. But do I make it my entire identity? No.
No.
Because even with these privileges, I still have my struggles. That's what people don't understand.
Well said. Well
Always.
said.
Even with
Well
these
said. I gotta
privileges.
clap. I gotta clap for
Whatever
that.
Even no, honestly, even with this, like on Twitter today, I've been able to change. Because trust me, for like that stigma followed me for like 2 years.
Yeah, it follows you.
I can say
If you want to say something,
it
don't come
was
and
so
just bring
bad,
it up.
Jermaine. I could be like, there was one time when I was like, don't sell your votes for 2K. Everybody says don't sell your votes for 2K. The next thing, is it only this girl's like that has money? Why the fuck is she always saying, Kiniko, this girl is this girl, oh my god, she's so arrogant. What do you mean by someone she doesn't sell for 2K? What people that are hungry if not eating? They'll say twisting my words.
Mind you, they'll actually say don't sell
honestly,
your votes.
but
when
they say
it
don't
reach
sell.
your
But
turn.
because I never started becoming.
So that
because
means
I said
rich privilege comes with the stigma.
a dirty one.
Yeah, very dirty.
And it's not only me. There's so we have the. I don't want to mention anybody's name, but someone that was crying recently because they were always bullying her because of who her dad was and how she chooses to express herself. So trust me, like people don't like even David, like Davido, like people are always like the one of the reasons people were always dragging that guy when he first started was because he's always saying OBO. Having any rich privilege comes with chaotic things. It's not.
And I think
as easy.
David was able to, will I say, accept the narrative.
David
Amy or
like, and I
so
love
the best
that.
thing is just to accept your fate.
This is
really.
what me too.
Because Nigerians actually
Is it-
low-key
is it
glorify
fate?
poverty and they hate it.
Is it fate? Because fate, I think when people regard to fate, I think it's like futuristic, like things that could happen. The
and when he says
destiny,
accept, like
you know,
means like accept your reality.
Yeah, your truth.
Your
Now,
truth.
truth, and that's you already said. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not even trying to. I'm agreeing with you. Just so you see how Davido has accepted his own. Now,
Yes.
the thing that I think I find similar from her story and what Davido is doing is their heart, right? Now, you cannot tell anyone that their truth is not their truth.
Yes.
But for the sake of society, your truth and my truth will have to find a common ground to exist. If not, it's supposed to kill ourselves. That is the very essence of society, systems, class.
Before social media,
that.
it was easy for different people from different social classes to coexist and not clash because, trust me, there was no way.
Because it was a reality.
It was a
thing.
reality.
There was no common
There was no
ground.
common
Yeah.
ground.
There was no
But
internet.
now there's
Like,
Twitter.
everyone has.
So
So now
if
it's like
you are
we're
showing
all
off,
one. So if you show off now, they can't even relate.
girl,
They will be so upset.
social media is even so chaotic that if you are showing off, like if you're a young guy showing off and you are showing off that you have money, they're just plotting your downfall.
That's it.
If
So,
I have 10 haters, 5 of them hate me because of my background.
you see, haters, I cannot really care
Like,
so much about
here,
them,
me,
to
me,
be
I,
honest.
I'm
Like,
even
I
the worst
cannot
person to
even-
hate on because, girl, I
cannot
don't
even
give two
them
darling
any-
fucks.
Like,
I
I've
don't.
worked too hard. I'm willing to work even harder for where I want to get to. I understand the
Yeah.
essence of working, learning, growing, and getting, manifesting things. So
Come on.
I won't be disturbing myself about what someone be
Period.
thinking or saying about like all of that.
They don't
Stop.
feed you, darling.
Where I was going to with this Davido thing is now you can choose to adapt
You guys want to give blogs
to
something.
understand.
Now don't call Davido name now.
David is a global star. Everybody loves him. That's my favorite
Now,
celebrity in
I love-
Lagos. Like all of us.
Shout
I
out to
don't-
David.
Shout out to
OBO.
David.
Big
like-
shout out to Davido, like big shout out. Like I love everything he does, how he does, why he does. Like again, rich privilege. He has no business having all of that people around. He's very motorized by lifting others. Like he has no business doing that. By default of this society classes, right?
Yes.
Everybody from down wants to appease.
But there's also one more thing I want to say. So because of this rich privilege, people undermine rich people's children's hard work a lot.
Ooh.
No. Let me. No, I want to say two
I was
things.
just going
I want to
too
say
far.
two things. First
This
of all,
might
now
I gotta clap.
I'll start.
I'm
no,
just clap. This is
no,
my
I'll
guest,
start
ladies
with-
and gentlemen.
Nah.
Shewa and
So
Hermes.
basically now, I'll be very honest with you. When I started BOA Beauty, I started obviously capital. I had my father invest in my business. And it was doing well, even though I took a break just to focus on my final exam because like girl, I needed to get that first class. Like, I wasn't gonna do. It was a thing whereby I would have people come and insult me.
Business first class.
No.
Just how hard these two things
And they
are,
take
and
away
they're
that.
together,
Honestly,
and I'm like,
no,
okay, just
no. Let me
continue.
explain. So like, people were trolling me, insulting me.
So why you sound like you want to cry?
No. I'm not crying.
You sound so emotional.
It's
I
like-
can
No, I'm
feel
not
it.
being
See, now,
emotional.
I'm
No.
almost having
It's
goosebumps.
like-
But people were really
See, now I'm
like,
having goosebumps, so I can
people
feel
were like,
you.
what is she selling? Like, as if it's not as if the whatever she's selling, her dad, Kiniko. Everything. If you go and if well, I don't keep all those things, but if there's like if you go on Twitter and you see any insult about me, you and put classes by the end of it and put daddy. So and
Classes.
the same thing.
They like that word,
No,
classes.
the same thing
Lagos people always
happened.
like to form like they know English like
No.
that.
The same. They actually know English. The same thing happened. The same thing with
It's
David,
famous.
like Davido as well. Like
They
Davido
know.
too. It's as if Davido never used to work at all. Like same thing with copy.
Oh God.
It's as if
Yes,
copy
it's
doesn't-
copy.
No, people-
copy- as if
Now
copy
let me
doesn't
say
work.
something. Let me say
So when your
something.
dad
I'm
is
so sorry,
rich,
you
they
guys.
will just
Let me
undermine.
add.
Like
Nah,
I
it's-
say,
So you just called a
Jermaine,
name. You
Jermaine,
called a
sorry.
name. I think I need to agree with.
Jermaine, that's something.
Copy.
That period was so. I swear, I was so angry. Like I wanted to actually like pay a hacker to hack the account, find me the IP, and track that person down. Because man, I'm like, you know what? First of all, to order these things from the manufacturer, the sitting down, logistics, I did all these things, and
And
I was
yet,
just 20
follow
years
up,
old. I was
follow
19. I was a child.
I remember
And
that was
then
a Bewa
you
now
now
for your
summarize
opening.
exactly. They will now all your success. You wrap everything up like this and attach it to your father's name,
Which is so unfair.
which is so unfair.
Because given the opportunity, you probably won't do it as good as me.
Probably wouldn't. I know you couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And listen, I said given the
And
same
this is not.
opportunity.
And this is not an argument.
I'm
because
sure.
hard work is different from rich privilege.
It's actually like
Like,
the
they're
privilege
very
is.
distinct.
and
Is that
honestly-
different
very,
things?
very distinct.
But you know, forever and always, I would actually always respect self-made people. I'm not even going to lie. I will always respect. So I'll be very honest with you. If my dad was not my dad, I'll still be adesewa, but it will not be. That's why I said the privilege is definitely there, but I worked for it. Everything I have today, every single thing, everything I had today, I worked for it.
But see, let's talk about this. You mentioned a name. You guys
said.
said copy.
Yes.
I want to add to that. I've been in this industry for 7 years.
Copy is
And when
very
I started,
hardworking.
right? I remember, was it back in 2019 or 2018, as in 2 years into the game already? I'll see copy at these fashion shows, Zenith Bank fashion show.
Copy that is DJ
Copy
ads
here,
everywhere.
DJ here. And I'm like, if
Cactus
her
on
dad
the
is
roof.
so rich, why is she
What's
walking
the
like this? Do people really know costume, makeup, getting ready,
It's so,
being at the show,
as
set up,
in,
sound check? All those things are not
like
that
anything
easy.
copy has today. Copy work. Like honestly, me, I
So,
will forever respect copy, and I'll never
think shout out to
reduce
Copy.
her
Shout out to
success.
Copy though.
Copy too.
Not because her father is rich. That babe has worked. And I think it's a Nigerian thing. I don't think
Nigerians will always
outside,
attach. See, Jermaine,
they
will always attach whatever you are to your identity, to your family.
See,
That's just the truth.
Everything here is based on comparison. It's not like people are hardly individuals. Like they've integrated people into the system so much so that they cannot see themselves as individuals. Now I say this to say that I said that to say this, right? Now you put someone in a space where there's opportunity, they will choose not to see the opportunity. Now instead of seeing opportunity, they would see who's more privileged or who's ahead. So this person has worked so hard. This person's let's use sport for an example. I'm a sport man, so I would usually go out every day in the morning from 9 to about 11 or 12, put in like work in so I get better at my game. When I get out in the evening to play, I'm obviously better than everyone else. Now they think it's just because I'm just this tall or I have this privilege or I can jump. Like they will accustom everything but the work to it because they know they are not down to do the work. So it doesn't even have anything to do with you.
Yes.
It's with them. They know what they will refuse to do.
It's
So
with
to
them.
not feel bad about themselves, they have to
They will
compare
project.
something
that
else
you have.
that they have that they feel like you're not being respectful to now feel better. So it's in comparison to you. They want to feel better because they already see you as ahead. So to not see you there, they have to bring something that push you down and doesn't make them feel bad.
Come on.
Like it's hard to accept that, okay, this is where I am.
Whatever,
I'm at,
even
and
pretty
this is what I need to
privilege,
do.
see, look, everything that has the good side has the bad side.
It does.
Pretty privilege
I was
comes
about to ask
with,
that.
With
sexual assault,
exactly.
sexual abuse. Okay, so I'm a naturally curvy person. I've never had surgery in my
You've
life.
never.
Never even
What?
touched. I
You-
promise
Be
you.
honest.
Why do I have to lie to you?
You actually have no reason.
I have no reason to lie to you.
You have
You've
no
known me for the
reason.
longest years. I've not always been curvy since when
Yeah.
since Bagoda when we used to go for all this trap house party.
I'm trying to hide my reaction so that they don't
No,
start.
I'm serious. Go on
But
my okay. You know what?
goddamn,
Go on my Instagram page and go and scroll down to the beginning. I've always had this body. It's not as if like Zukolova says, now follow come. Now follow come. This body and the way I look, sometimes I get some DMs and I'm like, what the actual fuck? Some people will just reduce you to, hi, can I just fly you out for vacation? They don't even want to get to know you. And sometimes people already
just
they already have this
objectify
perception of you that,
you.
oh,
We're
this
in
babe,
Nigeria.
probably some
We're in Nigeria.
even abroad. Honestly, I don't live in
No,
I don't live in
Shewa,
Nigeria full time.
Please,
No, I'm
down,
speaking.
down
Go
to here.
on, go on, go on. Break
Even
this table.
see, being pretty has the privilege. Okay, maybe somebody will leave their talking for you. Somebody will open the door. Okay, you might be getting like
It's not just
Free
all
some flowers,
that.
maybe free money. But darling, the
Insults.
insults.
It's too much.
First of all, if you're not pretty and you're attractive and let's say you are now like you really have that, because my own body self is learning besides some people's body, and like you really have like that BBL body and everything. Even if you say
BBL, my last
good morning,
topic.
Ashewo. Because I want to sleep, Ashewo. Can I see that, Ashewo? So these things are not always like as rosy.
As rosy as they
As
If
people
you are-
would like
if
them
you are an
to
OBO.
see him every time.
If you like become Forbes 30 or 30, they will always reduce you to your daddy.
Mm.
It is your daddy.
Bro.
Me, I
Like
feel
they
up my
don't- like they
mind.
don't see
Because
all of the-
Jermaine, me, I know where I'm going.
Ugh.
I even did Adesewa Foundation. Somebody came and said, one fake account. Me, I know it's your daddy. I told you to go. Like everything. It's like as if maybe I don't even have brain or I don't have.
Which is very
Nah,
wrong.
nah.
So all this.
What about their own daddies?
At least see anytime
I said it. I went there.
It's a good thing I didn't grow up with like people.
So why
Because if
you
you come
laughing?
at me with all those your daddy this thing, at least thank God I have a daddy that was putting me on.
I
At
mean, what
least
about
that-
your own
Privilege,
daddy?
privilege. you find-
Privileges also come
Nah.
with.
Mind you, let me not even say one thing. Their daddies
Yes.
that didn't really do it, they hate their daddies. So their daddies that didn't make it out of this
Exactly.
club, they hate their daddies.
As in-
They hate their daddies so much.
No,
They will never
nobody-
forgive him.
nobody
They
should hate.
blame him for
Back to
everything
back,
bad that
their own
happened to
Frankly
them.
speaking,
But yet,
nobody
the one that the
should-
daddy worked hard, you will not let him
You
rest.
will not let that one.
Nobody
rest.
should hate their dad.
You dey hear talk. You will not let that one rest. They will be dragging the person. You want kill her for a papa? Go meet your own
Oh,
papa.
but they don't throw that Twitter. Hey, you know what? That Twitter, I got to a point that I just said, you know what, all of you, and eventually, now me be their mama on that Twitter. Now
They run
nobody
streets there.
tells me there because I now
But it's such a toxic space.
Let me
tell you
explain,
why I
my
said it.
darling.
That's why your nature is good.
it
though.
started.
You can
Do you
fight.
know?
Shewa, you
are
actually
not
always
Ah,
get
God.
there.
nonchalantness.
I actually
No,
had to go
Hermes.
off Twitter.
Hermes,
I
There's
couldn't.
two things to succeed on Twitter. The first thing is you have to master how to ignore the heck out of
Oh
people.
my God.
Then no, actually 3 things. Number 2, you gotta use your block button, my darling.
Nah,
I have over 2,000, almost 3K people blocked.
You're lying.
Because
What?
they are a cult. One person does not like you. See, people that don't like Hermes, people that I've met in my life that we've had one-on-one, they're not up to like 500 people. I don't actually meet. Jermaine, you know me. I'm not like going here. I'm a very private person. Like, it's just my close circle. The only reason why I'm here is because I actually respect this guy so much. Nobody, I've only
swear.
been on just, honestly, because we respect you. Because
See,
Jermaine is the
when-
go. You
when
guys,
When some people watch this your
Jermaine
podcast,
is-
they're not going to follow me talk again. Because
As in-
if you know how many I don't.
Jermaine, like Jermaine is that guy, and we have to give him his flowers because back to the day, we've been doing this thing.
Nah, from way back.
When I had my party, Jermaine
It's not
came. He had so much for like. Jermaine he has my heart forever. So me, I know myself. Jermaine was even fighting the shower. You don't even call. You don't message me. I'm always on my own. But you see, that's why the one will just come and miss you. This girl, look at her hips. It's fake. She did her body. You start insulting you. Say
You
something.
don't even know me.
You don't even know me.
You don't even know me.
You don't even know anything
They
about
don't
me.
want to.
So
They
what
don't
I just
want
realized is
you.
that
to.
you have to
You're too
learn.
far. I can't shake
They've
you.
already. And do you guys know now? So let me now put the icing on the cake. When they now realize that the perception they have of you is wrong, and this is actually not your reality, like this person is actually, they will not want to. They won't apologize, and they won't want to publicly admit that.
That
"Omo,
I was wrong.
Maybe this
Nah.
shower, maybe this Hermes or Jermaine is actually not what I thought.
Nah.
They will stick by that. So all
They
these
cannot be
privileges,
wrong. They cannot
even
be wrong.
fame, like all these things, they come with.
Their
Look at what
own
Hermes
sides.
like has been saying that his life has drastically changed since in Nigeria.
So
Like-
everything I've been saying was before. To be honest, now I'm
Yeah.
experiencing it too. Now, before, if police stop me, I know that it's either one huge amount or police station that will end the issue. Now,
For what? Because of your
bef-
appearance?
yeah, before Big Brother, it was that was the case.
Well, is that the law though? I thought
Oh,
you were meant
law.
to.
My dear,
Wow.
law and order in which country? Where are you?
So yes.
You
But now
guys,
every time,
Jermaine.
Let me
every
be law
time, it's
graduate,
like-
guys.
it's
I'm
like-
always law,
yeah, that's the
law.
irony of it all. He actually went. He studied
I'm actually.
Oh
law. I mean,
my
he
did
finished
so. I'm a
from law. He
graduate of
studied
law.
law. I know.
Oh my god.
So that's the thing. I'm
Nah.
always.
And he went to Bowen.
I'm
Like
always-
Jermaine went to a Christian school. Yes, Jermaine's mouth is so sharp.
Nah. You know, those ones that just
honestly.
escape the entire thing.
No,
Nah.
I mean
it's-
privileges exist,
They do.
but okay. Now let me just put this one, and then Jermaine will ask his next question. I don't believe that we should always judge people by their looks. I don't believe we should always put people on a pedestal of one person is ugly. Do you know that to me? I don't believe anybody is ugly. You are beautiful in your own image. I don't
Because
believe.
that's the
you
thing.
have
People need
to
to understand
look-
that these things are standards.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
standards,
the
but they're
and they're
unhealthy.
societal
Standards.
So that's why you need to
Set
not
standards,
be. That's why you don't
exactly.
have to take another person's standard of beauty.
Exactly, and you don't
Somebody
have
will
to
come and say,
conform.
okay, beauty is big
People will
booty.
come and meet me. Sure, I want you to
you
get your body
plum
done.
lips.
I'll now go naked in front of them. I'll say, look for the incision on my body. Do you see any incision there? They'll be like, no. I'm like, look at my mom. This is what my mom looks like. This is who we are in our family. If you want to do it, go and do it. But don't kill yourself. It's for look up, but don't kill
Bruh.
yourself. See people bleaching, people, getting fillers, looking
You see,
so butch.
with
Like,
this,
Why are you going through all of
like,
that?
you see,
if you want to do it, get your body done, girl. Go and get your teeth done, get your boobs done, do everything for you to be happy. But make sure you are doing it because don't go and do it
yourself.
because you want to
Because
impress
of
a man.
Tunde and
No,
Pelumi.
anything you are doing in this life.
Is-
Me now, will
Or
I
because
get my body
Anita
modified in the future? I don't know,
and
but I
Favour
know
has
that
done it.
in future, I will probably like to get my teeth done. My
Why
teeth is
your teeth
beautiful.
no white?
No, they're white, but like me, I want to get it done or anything. But I'm doing it because Adesewa truly wants, not because of one Chinedu guy. I want to make him.
See, me, I'm personally of the opinion that whatever anyone wants to do and is able to do, they should please do.
Do anything you want to do.
See, if in this life you have K-leg, you want to straighten it, and it's possible, you have the means to do it. Thank God for
I
you.
mean, I will not encourage
You know-
someone to do that one. So
Wait,
before they go
now.
and go
wait.
this thing.
What I'm trying to say is what I'm driving at is happiness is such a costly thing. It's almost at this point in time. I don't want to say almost impossible to find in our current society. Like if you don't already know what it means for you,
Mhm.
you have to have defined it because if it's something outside of that, now if it's something outside and you feel like there's something you want to do, see, please go and get it.
I swear.
Please be happy because you see, with all the money, with everything, it's just those moments when you can actually buy beer for yourself and your friend and everybody's laughing. That counts. It's not the money that you used to buy the beer. It's not. It's what makes you
So
happy.
now this now brings the
be
next
happy.
question. Do you think all these things are actually discriminatory? That's rich privilege and pretty privilege. Do you think it's some sort or somehow discriminatory?
Now,
Do you think people are discriminated by
okay, so
it?
now let me take you back to Karl Marx. He's the Marxist. He talks about like social classes and he doesn't believe in capitalism. Instead, okay, I'm going to be educational. He believes
I love
in a
that.
communist like society. Now, class exists.
You can't do away with it.
We cannot erase it.
You
Whether we
can't.
like it or not, there will always be that upper, there will always be that middle, and there will always be that
It's
lower.
a system for defining differences.
However, we cannot discriminate, but we can teach people to help one another and teach everybody with love. That's all. That's the answer. Of course, people that are prettier. Me now, I've never been, contrary to what people think about me, I've actually never ever been an elitist person. Like, I don't care. Like, there's someone I cannot be friends with. I can be friends with someone that is selling pure water. And I can be friends with someone that's like, her daddy is probably on Forbes 100 world billionaires. I don't care. But I feel like pretty privilege is also a thing where I've seen cases of, the extremely girls that are perceived as extremely beautiful, not wanting to hang out with someone because maybe she has low cuts. But to me, these standards are very dumb.
I'm very low.
They're very low.
They're quite
Left
low.
to me, so far as you are happy, I have one particular. I mean,
How long as you don't bring worry to
so
my
far as you are
side?
happy, like even if you like me, I don't
Yeah,
care.
I have no
if you
standards,
are-
really.
I don't have when it comes to making friends.
As long as the energy is pure, I think the major thing
when
is
it comes to
energy.
making friends or whatever, I don't care.
All right. So, guys, do you know that there's this same privilege thing even amongst family and relatives?
Yes.
Where,
Absolutely.
for example, there's this poor cousin and there's this rich cousin, they're all in the family gathering, and they're treating the rich ones so nice. Everything he wants to eat, they will give. Whereas that cousin that doesn't have so much, they probably keep that one at one side. And I think people don't know how deep rooted this thing is, that they don't even know that it's even happening in their family, amongst them.
Me, I cannot relate to this thing personally because in my own family, everybody is treated the same. There's nothing like one person is. Obviously, we're all different kinds of people, even if our family. I'm talking about extended now.
Yeah,
People have
extended,
different
no,
careers.
yeah.
But there's nothing like one person is the uncle. No, everybody is balanced. Calm.
No, I don't mean uncle. I mean like in terms of like the privilege.
Yeah,
one
it
gets.
exists.
See,
but I've not experienced it.
I haven't, but like I've heard
the
about
rich
it.
one I know because we were circulated by our family for the longest. I think that was my dad's.
It's so unfair.
That was my dad's. I think that was my dad's choice. He just chose not to be a part. I don't know why he made that decision. It was only on
Leos are so empathetic.
Now you see,
look at
you see pretty privilege.
No, it's actually very unfair. Like
you see pretty privilege. That one exists very much in family. They will ask parents. They will say, "Which one is your favorite?" They will not use their mouth and say it, but they
not my
know.
own family.
Know. Oh God.
No.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, I can't speak for every family, but
Exactly.
I've seen it happen in different families.
I think, honestly, frankly speaking, I think in families there should be no barriers.
Yeah.
And again, there's a problem. I will forever say this. There's a problem when there's like one extremely very rich person, and then every other person around that person is extremely poor. At least
it should be balanced.
It should not be balanced. It can't be balanced.
There should be some sort of
like there should be some like it should be okay. There's this very rich uncle, but every other person is at least on their own. They are doing okay. So if I have so much money, God forbid, people around my brothers have to be good.
Your cousins,
my sister has my cousins. I mean, they might not be a millionaire, billionaire, but they have to be good.
Set them
so
up.
I feel like exactly is it, and
where
obviously
the privilege doesn't even exist.
Exactly. But let's be honest, family too has yawa. You set one person up now, they will say, "What did you do for me? Can you come?" They want to
you even set them up. Don't your parents tell the story of their related they set up?
My own dad has even tried.
They will send them to school. I had one uncle. Let me talk about my own personal experience. I had one uncle. They said he didn't go to school. That he was just always lying that he was in university. Day of matriculation, we go borrow gown. Day of graduation, go borrow cap. NYC uniform, he go borrow. He just lied to them. When it was time for job, he couldn't get a job, everything. That's because his whole youth was wasted. He wasn't going to school, just eating his school fees and stuff. And this was somebody, not your father helping you, your cousin, your uncle.
I've seen this happen as well.
This help of a thing, I'm not even a fan of it, even family. Like,
no, me, I'm a fan of helping people.
I'm a fan of helping
but me,
people.
I help. I don't put my mind.
I'm a fan of helping people that obviously can be helped. Like I look out, like even a lot of people come to me because I think I'm a good listener. So people come to say a bunch of stuff. I don't listen to everyone. Some people I just say, "Oh, please find someone else to," because sometimes if person they talk, you go, "No, say this person is not looking for help. They're just trying to get something out of me." Like it's that the willingness to help themselves. If I see that and there's something I can do to guide that, because that's what I really believe is possible. Like people who will help themselves. I had to help myself. I had to believe so much so that I was willing to do the work on my own part that was necessary for me to grow. Now,
and to get the help.
Look out for that willingness. Like
are you willing?
Are you willing to help yourself first? Like
yes, help is subjective.
If you are willing, I know that okay. If they give you capital, at least you can do something with it. Now they say a lot of people with rich privileges. I think it's just people trying to compare again because you know how many rich people did this country. You know how many rich people's kids are doing music in this country.
Yes, they're not.
If it was
where
Bodio is, you understand? If it was like that, now how many rich kids are doing business?
Actually, Hermes
are doing business.
Let me say something. My business is even a baby business. But let me say something. Let me say something.
As if that's all it takes.
When I was younger, me, I've been a diehard David fan. First for Davido, when it comes to that whole whiskey and Davido thing, love whiskey too, but I used to defend Davido because do you know people that just have money, but yes, they're not where Davido is.
Exactly, like that's not all it takes.
My dear, in this life, you gotta work for it. Like, if you don't work, you will suffer.
These things might get you in the room, but to stay in there,
to remain relevant,
it's a whole lot of work.
It's a whole lot of work, and that's just the truth. Your family member might help you and try to erase that privilege thing, but if you're not ready to help yourself, nothing for you.
Nothing.
So,
nothing.
Charmaine,
Right. So yeah, Shewa,
Hmm.
talk to us.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing an admirer or a person has done to get your attention due to pretty privilege?
Mm. The craziest thing an admirer has done to get my attention, and okay,
Due to the
so
fact that you have pretty privilege. Because now we have
there's
established the
actually a
fact that you
very,
do have pretty
very,
privilege.
very crazy thing.
Yeah, we need the stories, please.
But that story, I don't want to share it because
Share it. So this my listeners, they like, see, if you share it, they need it. Do you agree with me?
We're waiting.
We're here
that
for
story,
you.
I
right
don't
now.
want to share it because that person is a confirmed Baba Wewe.
Don't call names now.
I won't call names, but
Close the-
actually, you know what? I won't call names, and the person actually did do it. Shall I think about it very well?
Do it.
Mm,
I mean,
you are a
have this
bad boy.
moment for life.
Okay, so the craziest thing anybody has done for me based. Okay, wait, are you talking about someone that does not know me?
In general, can be who knows you, doesn't know you, and admire. Like, what's the craziest
What
thing
would you
that any
consider the
person
craziest thing?
has done for you? Consider the crazy. Thank you.
What would you consider the craziest thing? Be the
Okay, the craziest thing that somebody has done for me, actually, is
Give you
not
attention.
Due to pretty privilege.
to get my attention.
So now let me
Or
explain
if
to
it
you.
is if it is
Due
if
to
it's
pretty privilege in the sense that, pretty privilege sometimes is like you didn't have to work for it. You were just privileged to have gotten it. So it could be like something that you didn't deserve. You just got to due to the fact you're
okay, I
pretty.
did deserve this one, but to get my
Uh-huh.
attention, no, I did deserve.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Girl, I deserved it. Girl, I'm pretty as hell. But to get my attention, sent me money. Sent me money. Not
A
like
stranger.
did not have my account. Brought cash. I did not ask for
Where
it.
did this happen? How did this
Okay,
happen?
so this happened. Actually, this happened about last year August on my birthday. So it was my birthday, and I was at Zaza, and I was having fun with my friends, and then I think there was that person was there and was looking at me and was like, "Who's this fine girl?" Because girl, that day I had like this pink dress on, and the person
birthday girl. You
they just brought envelope. Happy birthday. The person did not call me. Sent.
How does the person know it's your birthday? Because they were shouting.
There was a
commotion,
They brought envelope. I opened it. I'm like, hey,
dollars,
yes, so
euro.
Oh, yes.
dollars. Oh,
How many?
I cannot feel.
Say it. What's like we don't know the person. Please drop it. So how many K?
You know why I cannot disclose that about because if I
What's too
disclose,
much?
no, it wasn't that
I
much.
want to give my
Abba.
dark shower again. That
Okay.
you have money.
I did. That's come and disclose. They say some people are dying. Okay, it was a okay. You know what? Let me put it this way.
People are dying.
And you're
Jermaine.
parenting birthday gift.
Are you
Jermaine.
here about about you?
It was a handful
Oh, that's a lot.
of dollars. A handful
From a stranger.
from a stranger that does not even know me.
Whereas he have people in his village that have not eaten, no borehole, no. Maybe he's
I was
his
like a
auntie.
handful of dollars,
This
a
is real.
handful of dollars, and I was like, ooh. They were like, and then do you know what I liked about that person? He did not now say they should come and bring me to come and say thank you. He stood up. I'd be like, I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
That was it.
And I was like, please, what did I do? I was like, please, this is too much. I mean, like, I didn't work for this. Like, what happened? I was like, I'm not one of those girls, though. Me, I was like,
What girls? Shewa,
maybe not
you
thinking
don't
that.
enter
Maybe I'm for the night. I was like, sorry.
You're for the night.
A handful of dollars.
You for the
Jermaine,
night.
Jermaine, you have to be.
Oh God. Shewa.
You guys, you have to be careful so you don't send the wrong signal. Because you know, men, some people will send you ordinary 500K and they'll think you have to open your leg.
But you just said this. But you just said it yourself. No matter what you do to
No, not always now. Can I bust your brain? This guy and I are friends now.
Because of that action.
No,
No,
actually, obviously, he's romantically interested in me, even till now. But since that time, there was no. If I that day, he stood up, a young guy actually, not married, nobody's husband, I beg you, like a young guy. But me, I was running. I was like, what is supposed to have this much money in their car? He was like, oh no, that's actually he just had it like he goes about with it. And I was like, can I just have it? I was like, $10,000. Like, thank you, love, like thank you very much. He's like, oh okay, happy birthday. He now sends. I think he sent like a bottle as well.
Again, a stranger.
I don't know I'm for baby. And frankly speaking, it was not even the only one. There were so many pretty girls. Not all my friends are pretty now, but we're all fine girls. So obviously, I feel like a lot of guys.
But they gathered there
that
for
day,
you. For
their
you.
eyes-
It was like,
he was like,
you
oh,
are the gatherer of this
he was
month.
like, oh, you're so beautiful, by the way. What's your name? I was like, actually, I already know your name. I've seen your name on the wall. Happy birthday to you. Can I have your number? Me, I was like, no. I was like, no, can't have a birthday. I was like, really? He said, okay, enjoy your birthday. But me, I was like, no, I'm not giving my number. And since that day, like, frankly speaking, obviously he asked me, but I was like, sorry, I'm not, because I was seeing somebody then. I don't do double dating. I was like, I would like to just keep it cordial. And yeah, that's all.
That's a gentleman. Shout out to that
That's,
gentleman.
A gentleman for real. I've had a much more crazier experience
Give
than that
us
one.
all these
No, I
details.
cannot share
That
that
one
one
that we
because
are
I
Give us
deserve.
details.
Mm-mm.
You know, don't you guys want details?
They don't want details.
They want.
I'm hearing,
So yeah, please.
I can feel them saying.
But trust me, my own is small. I have friends that have had. They've had like, see, if you once you're a fine girl, don't worry.
You go through them.
You go see. Who have had like serious ones.
So now, Adeswa, how often do you get away with like things because of your pretty?
My dear, me, I don't have luck on getting away from things.
In fact, jealousy go walk in there.
Because-
Yes, jealousy. Look at these women. No. Wait. Yeah.
Because
Hold
if I-
up. Adeswa, you know now you said something about how somebody gifted you so much, admirer. The women, I'm very sure they don't like
No.
you.
This thing is normal. I'm not the only person. People do this on a regular thing. Do you know what I mean? The girls are getting even more than what I've gotten. What's the big deal? How much is? Babes are getting way. See, I know what I'm saying. Girls are getting more. What is that?
More than 10K like that from a
Girls are
stranger.
getting 5K, 10K. It's not new. Like it's nothing. It's not like a hey. And trust me, I feel like that day it was just. Thank you, Jesus, because it was even something I wanted to buy. It was an answered prayer. I'm serious.
Based on birthday,
as
just
it based
drop.
on birthday. As in, so trust me. I'm not like it's not like a. Of course, it's something, but
It wasn't.
it's not like a. Hey,
Something you've not seen before.
I've not seen before.
Remember we're talking about rich.
Girls are getting. So I feel like it's a thing. Girls are getting guys that are sending them like 5M or like.
But I think we missed the question. The question is, do you get away with stuff?
Okay, so I get away with being naughty. Like when I was in school, I used to get away with everything.
Were you
Nobody
perfect?
could do
Were you,
anything.
like popular in school?
I was very popular. I was such a prefect in my high school. I went to 3 high schools. In every high school, I was very, very famous. And in one particular high school, I was so disliked. You know, I was so disliked because
I can relate.
I used to fight. I used to fight people. Like, man, I've actually really changed. Like, maturity is a good thing. When I was
Remember, I used to fight people.
because like I just did not like injustice. Like teachers that would be bullying people. Like I didn't like injustice. So I used to stand up for people. Like you can't do that. I mean, I've always been like that strong personality. I've always hated injustice and I've always liked when I was in school, somebody tried to bully my best friend in school.
A girl?
A guy slapped her. One guy. He's actually my friend now. We're cool now. He slapped her. I went to go and report him to the principal assembly.
Yeah.
For that reason, everybody hated me in school. That why did I go and snitch?
Snitch.
Is it me that slap?
Mind you, Nigerians will be learning
As in-
Oyibo
culture.
vibe.
Like, is it me
Snitch.
that slap? But I'm like,
Snitches get
can I not
stitches.
blow your mind? Do you know
Look
that
at
at
you.
some point, even the person that I went to go and report for, the person that I went to go and report for was even like, I should have not reported because now everybody's already saying,
But like you pray for stuff, would not even like.
now she was like, no.
I
Actually,
relate.
she was happy, but she was like, people are already bullied now. So
You
know
bully
what?
her more,
She
sef.
was no, they didn't bully her more. She just distanced. She was like, she did not send Shewa. Me, I carried it. But to let you know how much of a stand playing ground I am, I didn't give a darling fuck. I was a very strong personality. Along the line, they didn't like me. After I got, they all started loving me because if you went, they now said Shewa. I was so
truth,
famous in school.
You see, truth is such a strong thing. Now,
Yeah, standing on your
now,
truth.
you see, people actually need people. A lot of people need people to be themselves. Now, when they see someone who does not need anybody to be themselves,
I didn't need anybody.
imagine how unidentified. They don't know what to comprehend that to.
Yeah.
It will only be love. It will start as
I did not need anybody. Like I didn't need anybody
you
to do
cannot
anything.
help it. Like you'll be fine. You'll be reading on your own. You'll be passing classes. Like you'll be happy at socials, and they'll be like, "Is that not the person all of us hate? How is that person happy? And some of us cannot still dance."
It's the truth. Do you know what I
So
mean?
the truth is in their face. Like all of us are together, right? We should be able to dance. And this person that is not with all of us is dancing. Is
After
happy,
a while, Jamie, I became everybody's favorite.
Yeah, what I realized is that people
Everybody
start to
now
like you when you
started
don't change.
And that's been the same thing.
And let me
with
not tell you why it's
Twitter
not
as
good for
well.
you to change. If you go and
Jermaine,
change
that's
it,
been the
you'll be
same
dealing
thing
with
with
mental
Twitter.
issues.
Twitter from
You'll be finding
Legit, you'll be dealing with mental issues because you
From-
don't even know yourself
so that's the
again.
There's no foundation. There's no foundation.
So just be
Yeah.
yourself
So
from the
when-
beginning to the
when
end.
anything hits
You will see that they will
fake
now
personality,
come
there's
and
nothing to ascribe it to. There's nothing to balance on. There's
stay
nothing.
true.
There's
They will
nothing,
now
it's
come
just
and now-
surface.
If you are listening to this
Suspended-
podcast, We're on the
personality.
BTS podcast
What's
and it's
up?
adesewa speaking.
What's
Stay
up?
true. Hear what Hermes and Jermaine just said.
Truth.
Stay very true to
It'll
yourself.
Save your life.
Do not
Help
change
yourself.
It's
for
bitter. It's
anybody.
very bitter. So it might get you hated at first, but it
But
will
trust
save your
me.
life. In the long run, it will
No.
save your life.
Have I
No,
gotten
no.
away with any other thing? Generally, I don't know why. I just don't always have luck. I don't like, you know, me, I don't always have that luck of, see, even when people offend me, and okay, because basically, because of the kind of anger that I have, like when I get angry, I scatter everything, even when I'm at fault. Even when
That
they're
one
at
is-
fault,
that one is
I
not-
take the blame. So I don't always, maybe I do sometimes, but not every time, Sha. Like, not every time. So yeah.
All right. Hermes, your question is, like I said, I think that was the first question I asked you. I said, did you think that the Big Brother house gave you status of some sort that gives you rich privilege? Do you
Yeah.
enter places now and people just like don't treat you the same anymore?
Of course, with the police officers, who said it with the police?
Yeah. Police is one instance. Before, I mean, every celebrity or people who are known they have a problem walking to public spaces and stuff like that. I don't mind it though. Like, if you want to come and take picture and go. Now, what's my own? But I mean, it's not something I'd experienced before
Mhm.
the house. Going to spaces, people just recognizing me. Some people, even free stuff. Like, I've got so much free stuff in my house, like things I don't even know what to do with, like clothes. Like, it's a lot. So there's no way I would say that I'm not getting that. It would be a fat lie.
Even Nigeria is actually a very great platform.
Like, guy, the stand. See,
It
it's
actually-
not for anything.
But what about the pack? Okay, let me
For
know.
the fans, go in there. But just make sure that you exactly have a grip on your mentors. If not, please stay out of the. You see the passion where I think this.
The problem I actually have with
See,
Big Brother, because I always
stay
feel like
away if you
everything
don't
you've
have
done
mental
before then
health.
gets wiped off, and like it's like from the start of Big Brother, like
You see,
that's the only problem
You
I don't
see-
like. It's like what you did before Big Brother, nobody knows, and it's like after everything you start to do
Now,
after Big Brother is
you
what
see,
matters.
you see, that's
That's why
is-
I've not gone.
That is the blessing and the curse. That was exactly what I was saying. Like, you go in there, you have a life. Now, when you come out with, sorry about that.
Okay.
You come out to an entirely different life
Yeah.
that you have to adjust to. It's your life, but you're adjusting to your own life.
Mhm.
Where is going back? Where is there? Is there
Yeah.
anything to go back to?
But
So
it's a great platform.
That's where.
Regardless,
That's why it's just-
I guess. Now, this is a very, let's say, off question, but it's for Hermes. Hermes, I think in the house we talk about her being in 2 relationships. So talk to us about that. Talk to us about that. How are you handling that? Being in a
Are you
dual
still in 2
relationship?
relationships
Yeah.
now?
That's a good one.
Yes, I'm
Still.
sure. Yeah.
2 or 3 now?
2.
So like with
Yeah.
2 girls.
Yeah,
How does
2.
that work? They know themselves. Are they friends? The girls?
Yeah, they are. I mean, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, but one is long distance.
Yeah.
Okay, then that works. Yeah, it works.
What if? I mean, okay. I've not had sex.
Do you know why? Do you know why it works?
Why?
Because
Tell me about my experience.
okay, I can't. Okay, now
Tell me about
I can't tell you about your experience, but I feel like logically it will work when one is long distance.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
And
logic
I'm
to
sorry
that.
to say, guys, Hermes is just a very honest person. Hermes, your relationship status is the reality of a lot of Lagos.
Yes, but they're not.
They
bold
just don't
enough
want to accept that they are
say it.
Yeah, period.
Here's what I think, right? I just think it's just too much work to like put it out there and stuff.
Your
to- even
status
to
is
to
the
to
same.
ladies, I think that's what it is.
Many people are see all the Lagos guys. They say they are monogamous, but they're having like
It's a
4 girls.
table.
2 in Canada, 1 in London, 1 in
It's a
Lagos.
table.
Hermes is just a very honest person. That's all. There's
Nah,
really
it's-
nothing different.
For me, I can only operate on the truth. And for me now, that truth is that I be a show and I will do a show things. I can like more than one woman. And I will tell you that I am with this person. If you're not fine with it, thank God it is such a free life.
Mm-hmm.
Find what you like and go do it.
Okay, but Hermes, I
For
want to
me.
ask:
For me,
can your partners have other guys?
of course, clarity is.
Are you joking?
Are you whining?
You're not a jealous person.
Jealousy is part of life.
So
It's not like it's not there. It's just like saying that. Can I say you can't play basketball?
Yeah.
I can say that now because you've not learned.
Ooh, I like that response actually.
Right? So jealousy is not that it will not exist. It's that you have learned how to deal with it. Under what clarity to like if
Jermaine is stunned by that thing
now,
you just said.
you see,
He's blown his mind
like if you
because
go
of how accurate it is.
like my girlfriends now, if I'm saying, okay, I want to do this, I'm saying I can take it. Because me as an individual, I will not give what I am not
what
willing
I
to take.
cannot take.
So if I am doing it, I am leaving space in my own chest to feel the emotions that come with sharing. And if I will share it, it's not just that we are sharing and we don't know who we are sharing with. It has to be said. Do you know how hard it is to sit your girlfriend you're in a love relationship and say, oh, I'm actually, I think I'm feeling this other chick and I think I want to have a conversation with her, see where that leads. Could you please let me know how you feel about that? And she will actually say what she feels. And you cannot tell her what to feel or not to feel. Now, there's a
Hermes is
difficult
actually
conversation.
very,
There's a
very emotionally
difficult
intelligent.
conversation of what I want, what I expect you to take, what you're not willing to take, what I have to adjust to if I will have this. So there's condition is a like you will have everything you need.
Hermes.
I will have everything I need. We'll still have each other's support and understanding. In that clarity or that understanding is where I operate. That's the only place
You're
I
a
can
good
operate freely.
person.
That's the only place.
You're a good person. No, like
I'm
I
trying
think
my
you.
best to be-
No, let me explain. You have a good personality trait. Does like like what he just said now is what a lot of Lagos guys. I'm going to look in camera and say this. What Hermes just said. You look at my face. What Hermes just said now is what a lot of Lagos men need to just genuinely accept, and women.
I swear,
Because
women are so
at some,
intelligent.
let me explain.
We don't give
At
them
some
credit.
stage in my life, I
Ugh.
thought I was actually a polyamorous person because I felt like I like this guy, I like this guy too. I think I can like both guys at the same time. But society told me, oh, it's just one guy. I'm like, you know what? This guy has to go. If this one wins, okay, this one is the bad guy. Let me go back to that one. So I feel like we should actually encourage like polyamorous relationships in our society.
It's already
Because it's just
already
it's existing, but like
already existing.
but it's with games. It's not with the clarity that yours is coming with. It's with for like I hate that Shewa baby. I don't talk to her. Hi Shewa, I'm so sorry, but I have to lie to Folake because Kiniko. No, Folake, Shewa,
Comes with the
Kiniko.
seat.
Oh, then it's coming. It's not coming with the honesty. It's coming with
not
drama.
That's
It's
not
coming
one.
with Shewa is following me to the club today.
You're
Oh,
not
tomorrow
one
is
with
being
your
Why
honest
can't we
tomorrow.
meet in
In
a
a
ground?
honest Shewa, see you. I actually like you so much, but at the same time, I like this babe too as well. And
Especially if they're both doing different things. I mean, the one abroad, or let's say the one in the far place, is probably like helping your, let's say,
the one abroad,
is giving you like
the emotional
emotion.
clarity.
So let me.
But this one's giving you physical
let me tell
clarity.
you.
But body don't be firewood. So three of you have to reach it.
Jermaine is a madman, guys. Jermaine is a
No,
way. Jermaine, you is crazy.
That's your view of it.
No.
I'll tell you.
I feel
why
like
he's-
both of them. He travels.
No.
And she
See,
comes to him, Abi.
I met Margarita when I traveled to Germany. So I was
Okay.
already traveling. I met her there. She was still a student. She was one of the students that came to see a dance piece we were creating. Let me not go too much into the story.
I like her name,
But
Margarita.
Margarita. So we met. Ah, God, I just blushed. Black boy blushed.
Oh, he's so in love, guys. He's in love.
Anyway, so I
LOVE.
met her.
I'm so annoying.
And the one thing that I had with her, like you said, she helped me grow emotionally, like that intelligence. I had to deal with emotions. Like now, I have to debunk or just talk about something in this our Nigerian society. Now, it's not even Nigerian society. The world
Nigerian
as it is.
men are the worst.
men
Emotional
as this world.
intelligence.
They say it's a man's world. I don't want to go into that because we'll not come out of it. I don't agree. Men, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You don't have to take it as truth or your truth or anything else. It's just my opinion.
Honestly, me too. Everything I've said is well.
So now that we're back to my opinion now. Men are taught to take and not explain or have any understanding as to why, what is to be taken. It's a man's. I'm telling
Pardon?
you. Chill now, chill. Let me get to what I'm going to now.
I'm giving you side eye right now.
Wait now. You grew up with brothers, right?
Girl, I grew up with brothers, but men is women that are taught to take and not explain.
No. God, chill now.
Okay.
Now, I'm talking about upbringing now. A man is told to just be a man. He's not even given what the definition is. As to that. A woman is told how to be a woman, what to be, what to be taken.
Okay.
And all, in my own opinion, again now, all of these doctrines are given to her based on being the perfect woman for a man.
That was
Who is not doing
perfect.
any work to know exactly what he is or
Yeah,
what
right.
he's supposed to have or what he's not. He is and none of that. Now, a woman, chill now.
No, you're actually very right.
A woman will go and learn everything that it takes to please a man that does not know what it
That
takes
does not even know themselves.
Or what they want.
And you will learn what it means to be a woman, how not to dress, where to dress to, where to be, where not to be at night. Now, a man can go at any time he likes. A woman is taught how to be. There's too many doctrines as to who you are as a woman. So even women will see another woman and say, you're not being woman enough. Women have been speaking about everything they go through. Women have friends, they gist, they share gossip. Men, would rather just keep, and these are just my opinion, right? Based on my own experience as I've grown, I've seen my own research as a human being. This is not anyone else telling me anything.
Yeah.
Would rather just keep their thing, deal with it alone.
I'm trying to get where you're going with it.
Is what I said. Women have always been emotionally intelligent. Men have always just, in my own opinion.
So you're saying she's helped you be
I'll be very
emotionally intelligent.
She has
honest.
helped me learn how to address what I feel, because she would tell me these things. Like, I feel like that was where it started for me. She would say, I know that I have the ability to love more than one person. How does that make you feel? Now I have to articulate. And because this is someone, and now again, another dynamic that played a role in that relationship was this is a Nigerian boy, typical hood coming out, has an Igbo girlfriend. I want to keep that. Now, because I want to keep this relationship, this is a difficult conversation. I do not want her to sense that I am displeased. Now I'm looking for the right words to communicate this displeasing feeling.
Just know that Hermes is going through it, guys. It's not easy.
I've gone through it too.
Okay, so let me explain. Let
you
me
guys are
just-
going off conversation now.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
I want to
okay.
just say something.
That was just a spicy one in Hermes that I've had to bring
Yeah,
out.
I
it's
think
just-
Hermes has definitely had to have a lot of difficult conversations
Yes.
in order to
Because
be
it's not
where
easy.
he is now. And that's what comes with polyamorous
Polygamy.
relationships.
That's it. Polyamory. Polygamy is
Polygamy
a man,
is spouses.
a man with plenty spouses.
Polyamorous.
They are indebted to him. Polyamorous is the
So being
individuals.
polyamorous comes with, honestly speaking,
The accountability is man.
honestly, a lot of people are polyamorous, but I don't like it personally
Yeah.
because I realized that I like to be a monogamous person. There's just something about one person. Does not mean that
knowing
being
what you want is the
exactly.
key to having.
But Nigerians like to insult somebody because
impose.
they don't want.
Yeah, they don't want what you want.
Exactly. I have female
So
friends
guys,
that
we gotta round up. I know
Ooh.
we gotta come back again for
yes,
this
true,
topic.
True,
Yeah.
true, true.
But let's now talk about the solution for our topic, which is
Rich.
rich and pretty privileged.
privileged.
I would say let's now define what it is to be pretty. Let's now define like the status quo and what it really is.
Being pretty is whatever you are. That's my definition of pretty.
Because if we keep going by society's standards of pretty, they will keep being privileged for pretty.
I think
So if we define our own pretty, I mean, if somebody comes and tells you, oh, that's pretty privilege, you say, no, that's not pretty privilege. This is pretty privilege. And then at the end, pretty privilege should be like just natural. Pretty privilege should also even be physical. I heard that pretty privilege should even go down to the person's thinking, the person's ability to work, the person's resilience. Pretty
privilege should be
beyond
acceptance
face.
of all kinds of people. Whether, as long as you're a person and you exist, you deserve to have certain kind of privilege. Period.
I like to accept narratives, right? I would say accept the narratives. Accept yourself for who you are, what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that by doing that alone, you've taken every power that anyone can use to hurt you. You've taken it from them.
Yeah.
I'll use an example. Myself. I used to be very, very thin. I mean, if I did this, you'd see like my bone separate. And I hated it. So anyone that would call me what I already was, thin, would annoy me. Because I had not accepted that I am here.
Actually, a thing.
And that's the thing.
Yeah? Like, I've not accepted that I am actually thin, and I'd like to work towards being different, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'll use another example. Fat. So these are narratives that are used to describe certain shapes. Now, if you accept that within this shape, I am this certain way, and people will try to take this and then use it as an insult to hurt me. If you take that power, what
would they not use to insult
Let
you?
them
I mean, look
come.
at
See,
Lizzo,
let me just
for
see the
example.
Like me now,
conversation now.
if you
She
like
own the
call me-
narrative.
See the
If you call
conversation
me
now.
classist from now till next week, or you call
It's
me
my reality. I cannot wish it away.
No, actually, it's not even my reality, but girl, you're gonna have a field day. Because I'm not even gonna okay.
So now let's just talk about the fact
Like,
that then it should just be
acceptance.
there's acceptance and then
Acceptance.
accept that there's actually nothing called perfect.
It doesn't exist. God.
people think I have the,
It
okay, so basically
doesn't
people
exist.
always think
So
I have like
I think
the
that's how
perfect
we end
life,
it.
like
there's
this,
no
that.
perfect.
There's no
Nobody's
such thing.
perfect,
Nobody.
guys.
I think you guys know. So since we know there's no
Nobody.
such thing as perfect, so there's no such thing as actual pretty or
Privileges exist.
yeah, they're just made
but-
up. They're all made up.
But when
by
they're being
society.
enforced, they should not be cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should not even be enforced.
They should.
Say
Yo,
why?
you can't. I don't
My
think you
love,
can
we
say
can't
that.
stop that one.
You
Yeah,
cannot.
so let's not say. So what
For
I'll just say
example,
is
like that
let
trendy
them
guy.
continue to exist. Like he said, accept that these things
Accept,
exist,
yeah.
but let's not even enforce
But I
it.
want to say one more thing. Everybody, every lady, every guy, you are thin, you're big, you're thick, you're skinny, whatever, you're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Nobody's ugly. You're beautiful just exactly how you are.
Yeah.
Don't answer anybody. Don't let anybody make you feel less of yourself.
Yeah.
If maybe you are at the club, I actually forgot to mention this point. If you're at the club, like in London, and you're letting the white girls pass in, and they don't want you to go in because you're black or you're darker skinned, my dear, go to where people that are dark skinned.
Because if
Honestly,
don't allow the discrimination even get
If
to
don't
you.
like honestly, and if you want
It's
to
such a big-
modify
it's such a
anything
big
about
world.
yourself, you want to get your body
Do
done,
it
girl,
for
go
yourself.
for it. Do it because you want to be happy. Don't go and get your body done because you want to impress a man or because you want to sit down at the baller table as Zaza. My dear, if you go and get butch, it's for your own self. Oh. Everybody should do what makes them happy, like Jermaine said.
Yeah, so you guys, we have now come to the end of
I'm
this
so sad. I'm gonna miss Jermaine.
amazing podcast. Is there anything you guys want to say before you guys go?
I want to say a big shout out to Jermaine. Thank you. You're the best. And you have been handling this media thing for classically over 10 years now.
No, 7 years actually.
Me, I would say 10 from
But
high school.
yes,
before
it
it
was after we
became
came out, we came to come
honestly,
and package it, but it's been going on for a long
Jermaine is
time.
that
This
guy,
is
and
from
thank
the
you
time.
so
I gotta
much for
shake
having
you. I
for
gotta
having me
shake
on the
you.
show. Hermes, it was great meeting you guys. Hermes is actually so amazing. Like honestly, like I like that you went on the show. Because I know there's a little boy that's like you and that, cannot express
They're
You don't
himself.
make
begging
me.
to conform.
Oh, I'm feeling so emotional.
Oh, please, you guys, Jermaine is a coconut head.
There's
But
a little boy
anyways,
just
thank you
like
so much, guys.
Appreciate you.
That's what I want to say.
Appreciate
Hermes.
Appreciate you. Thank you guys. I mean, there's not so much to say. Thank you, Jermaine, for bringing me on. The conversations, absolutely
Great.
love it. The vibe, very, very, very natural. So yeah. So I like to talk. So the fact that I have an opportunity to actually speak under your platform, which I think is actually big because I've been seeing you everywhere. So now watch out for Jermaine. Now.
Honestly, he's going
yeah,
on Forbes.
Yeah, like it's
This guy
He's
don't
going
mind
on
me.
Forbes.
And
He's about
then
to
I'll
take
just,
over.
you guys have said so much about me. Let me say something about both of you before we go. These guys, watch out for them. The Holy Spirit, sorry to go church here, led me
Pastor
to pick
JJ.
these two people. Sheryl has been my friend forever, like she said. She's amazing, good heart, house of gold, hardworking. She doesn't allow life define her. And I'm looking forward to what the future holds for this beautiful girl.
Thank you.
And for Hermes, such a unique guy, so unique, so pure, so divine. Like she said, the young boys there you're inspiring, and please keep shining your light.
Honestly.
And the sky is just a starting point for both of you.
Amen.
Amen.
And yeah,
Thank you so much for giving. One more thing. Thank you so much, Jermaine, for giving young influencers the opportunity. I'm seeing what you're doing with people, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye,
and it's a wrap.
guys.
See
It's
you
a
next
wrap.
time.